Alright, so this is the first installment of my Q&A series. I get these questions from time and again, and sometimes a lot of it requires lots of typing, which I don't have time to go back to, and then it also spurs a lot of other thoughts in my thought process when I think about other clients and how I train people and just kind of my experience of putting all this stuff together. Hopefully I can help you out and you can get an idea from kind of my viewpoint and kind of how I view things based on my experience. But keep in consideration, I am a trainer with a lot of experience, but I'm no doctor, I'm no physical therapist. I'm definitely a level higher than bro science, but I'm definitely well below a Kelly Starrett or any type of medical doctor, or for that matter. So take my ideas for a grain of salt and my suggestions. I just hope that I can guide you in the best way possible. That way you can kind of do a little bit more Googling and you can kind of find yourself into a better path. All right, so let's get to it. David Buckley asks, would the negative tricep extension be the same or similar to the eccentric part of a dumbbell curl? I had elbow pain and my doctor had told me it was tendonitis. I was sent to physical therapy for it, where they had me doing only the eccentric part of the curl. It didn't help because it turned out to be a 75% tear in the distal bicep tendon, and I had to have surgery to repair it. However, I still have pain. Do you think eccentric work will now strengthen the tendon? If you're having elbow pain, it always kind of depends on what causes the movement. If you already have an injury there, think about this for a second, just kind of how I'm viewing things with if you had a torn bicep that was 75% torn, that changes a lot of mechanics of the way the elbow functions, and the bicep being a pretty big part of the elbow joint, it definitely puts more stress on different areas of the elbow, definitely in the case of the tricep, the long head. Keep in mind that a lot of elbow pain, whether it be the medial or the lateral, medial is typically medial epicondylitis or golfer's elbow, or lateral epicondylitis and tennis elbow. Tends to have a lot to do with improper use of the wrist, overuse of the wrist, and incorrect use of the wrist, which causes kind of a weird function with pressure on the elbow, which is usually stemmed from having poor movement in the shoulder. So the question is, do you think eccentric work will strengthen the tendon? Anything will strengthen the tendon. I think one of the most important things is that when you're having an issue, you have to continue to search, look for other ideas, like my ideas, along with other people's ideas. I look at mobility WOD. That's something that I always go back to if I feel stuck about something. But I really just want to say that there's no one's going to care more about your problem than you, and you got to keep searching. I would just keep doing stuff to strengthen it. One thing that I noticed in my own training is that when I stopped doing like bicep curls and tricep extensions, which I used to do more of, which I don't do nearly as much now, I tend to have more elbow problems. So there is a happy medium. Doing too much is bad and doing nothing is bad. So keep working at it, and hopefully that can get you in the right place.